Welcome back to AquaTerra-Life. This is Niels, and in today's video I want to share a step-by-step guide on breeding blackworms, scientifically known as Lumbriculus variegatus. These little worms are an amazing source of live food for fish, amphibians and even some reptiles. They are packed with nutrients, quite easy to breed at home and a great alternative to buying live food repeatedly. Whether you're a seasoned aquarist or just starting out, learning to culture blackworms can save you money and ensure your pets get the best nutrition. In this video I'll show you how to set up, maintain and harvest a thriving blackworm culture. So let's get started. Well, why should you breed blackworms at home? First and foremost, they are a perfect source of live food. High in protein and other essential nutrients, blackworms are great for conditioning fish for breeding, supporting juvenile growth, or feeding picky eaters. They are especially loved by bottom-feeding species, as the worms naturally burrow into substrates, mimicking a natural hunting experience. All my newts and salamander larvae absolutely love blackworms, and they've become one of my go-to live foods for raising healthy and active amphibians. Beyond their nutritional benefits, blackworms are easy to breed in small spaces, making them ideal even for those with limited room, plus culturing your own worms is cost effective. A small initial investment in a starter culture can yield an endless supply of worms with minimal ongoing costs. Lastly, breeding blackworms is a really interesting process. You'll enjoy watching their populations grow. To get started, you'll need just a few simple items. First, a shallow white container or tray with smooth sides. This will serve as the breeding tank. Make sure it's large enough to allow for proper water circulation, but shallow enough to make harvesting easy. Next, dechlorinated water is essential for the worm's survival. You can use tap water treated with a dechlorinator or aged water directly from your aquarium. Aeration is key, so use an air pump and an air stone to keep the water oxygenated. For feeding, blackworms thrive on a diet of crushed fish food, vegetable-based pellets or spirulina powder. I'll mainly use crushed fish food and additionally a good amount of leaf litter. Lastly, you'll of course need a starter culture of blackworms, which can be purchased online or from local aquarium stores. With these simple supplies, you're ready to start your culture. So let's set up our blackworm culture. Begin by filling your container with a few centimeters of water. I use cycled water from one of my newt tanks. The water should be deep enough for the worms to move freely. About 4 centimeters are ideal, as too much depth can reduce oxygen levels. Attach your air stone to the air pump and place it at one end of the container. This will keep the water oxygenated and gently circulating without creating too much flow. I would also recommend adding some leaf litter, which will serve as hiding place and also as natural food source as it slowly decays. Now we can add the starter culture of blackworms. Blackworms don't need a substrate. They'll form dense mats that are easy to manage or simply cling to the leaf litter. Place the container in a cool shaded spot away from direct sunlight and your culture is ready to go. Feeding and maintaining your blackworm culture is straightforward. Feed the worms small amounts of food once or twice a week. Start with a pinch of crushed fish food or spirulina powder and observe how quickly the worms consume it. If the food is gone within a day or two, you can gradually increase the amount. Be cautious not to overfeed, as uneaten food will decompose and reduce water quality. If you've added leaf litter, your worms will always have a backup food source, making starvation unlikely. I recommend beech, oak or banana leaves, as they break down slowly and provide a continuous natural food supply. Regular maintenance is also crucial. Every other week, replace about 20 to 30% of the water with fresh dechlorinated water to keep conditions optimal. Check the water daily or every other day for any signs of foul odors, cloudy water or other issues. Healthy blackworms will form dense mats and remain active, so monitoring their behavior is a great way to check the health of your culture. After a few weeks, we can start harvesting worms if the culture has developed well. Harvesting blackworms is simple and quick. Start by using a soy wrench or a turkey blaster or simply a small net to gather a portion of the worms from the bottom of the container. Place the collected worms in a fine mesh sieve or net and rinse them under cool water to remove debris or leftover food. Once cleaned, the worms are ready to feed to your pets. If you need larger amounts, you can siphon them directly from the dense mats. Remember to only harvest a portion of the worms at a time. This allows the remaining population to continue reproducing and keeps your culture sustainable. While blackworms are quite hardy, issues can sometimes arise. If the water becomes cloudy or smells bad, it's a sign of poor water quality. Immediately perform partial water change and remove any uneaten food. If your worms seem sluggish or die off, check the temperature. Blackworms prefer cooler conditions, ideally between 15 to 20 degrees Celsius. If you notice pests like planaria or snails, try removing them manually or setting up a fresh culture. Regular monitoring and maintenance will help you catch and resolve these issues quickly, keeping your culture thriving for the long term. And that's it! Breeding blackworms is not only easy, but also a great way to ensure your pets have access to fresh and high quality live food. With a little care and attention, you can maintain a thriving culture for months or even years. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe to AquaTerra-Life for more care guides, setup tutorials and other tips. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.